The end. That was a great story. Hey everyone, I'm Jade. What we're talking about today is the best pronunciation tip I can give you. And I'll be using this child's book to demonstrate what I mean. So have you noticed that when a child reads, there's something that doesn't sound quite natural about it? So to show you what I mean, imagine that I'm a child and I do not know how to read as well as I know how to read. It would sound something like this. The dog said to the boy, I want to play in the garden. So what was wrong with that? All the individual words were said in the right way. So I read them correctly. Dog, garden, play. I said them correctly. But when I put them all together, what was wrong about it was the rhythm. There was no flow, there was no music to the way I said the words, because I just said the individual words in the same way that I would read them as individual words. And the very important point here is that flowing speech is different to reading separate individual words. So I will show you today how you can improve your rhythm, and by improving your rhythm you can get more of that native speaker rhythm and music, and you can sound more natural when you speak and also when you read. Let me show you what you can do to bring in more of that native speaker rhythm to your speech to make it sound more flowing and more natural. So here's the sentence. First, I'll read you the sentence by taking out all of the rhythm. I'll be reading it to you like the child voice that I did earlier. It will sound like this. The dog said to the boy, I want to play in the garden. It just doesn't sound very good like that. And a computer voice that's reading something to you from your phone, for example, might sound similar to that, because the computer voice can read the individual words, but it's not so good at showing the rhythm and the natural flow of words. So how would I say this normally then? Let's compare. The dog said to the boy, I want to play in the garden. Now you are probably thinking, wow, that's fast. I'll say it again. The dog said to the boy, I want to play in the garden. I would say it's not fast, it's just connected. But let's look now at some of the individual words in the sentence so that you can compare how it's different between when we say the individual word and when we say the word connected in a sentence. I want to start with the word to. The word is to. I learnt this word as to. That's how you read it. You probably learnt this word as to. But how does it sound in flowing connected speech? The dog said to the boy. The dog said to the boy. So why is it changed from to? Why is it changed from to? Well, the reason is that when we put it in a flowing sentence, this vowel becomes a schwa. And the schwa is the most common sound in the whole of the English language. So to really get your pronunciation sounding excellent in English, you need to know about this sound. What is this sound? How do I make it? Well, this sound sounds like t. Sometimes it can sound a little bit different if it's around other consonants, but in this example it sounds like t. The dog said to the boy, I want to play in the garden. The dog said to the boy, I want to play in the garden. So the schwa is the unstressed vowel that connects most of our words and gives English this rhythm of da-dum, 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 da-dum. This is the most important sound of all to give the English rhythm. Let's look at this word in some of the other, let's look at this sound in some of the other words. So the. Is there a schwa there? Yes. Because remember it sounds like the. What's interesting about this word is we have two ways of saying it. We don't always say it in the unstressed way, the. Sometimes we say the end. Remember when I was reading the book at the beginning? I said the end. There I'm saying it with a stress. And I'm saying it with a stress because my meaning is different there. I want to show that it's important. The word the is important in that situation. The end. The end is like a title or a name for something. And let's look at this. I want to. I want to. Well, what we often do with want to is we put it together and we say wanna. I wanna play in the garden. I wanna play in the garden. And the schwa goes here. I wanna. I wanna play in the garden. The again. And garden. Because in my word, if I have a stress syllable at the beginning of the word, like garden, we've got a long vowel there, R, we are not going to have another stress following it. So, very, very likely it's going to be a schwa. Garden. Here's another example sentence that I want to use to tell you more about the schwa sound. I'm going to get a jumper. I'm going to get a jumper. One other thing I want to say about the pronunciation here is when we have two consonants together, one ending a word and one starting the next word, often one is dropped. So that's why I didn't say I'm going to get a jumper, because it's a lot of effort for my tongue to make the G followed by a T. So the G goes, I'm going to get a jumper. Here's my schwa again. I'm going to get a jumper. A, but it sounds like If I said I'm going to get a jumper, the meaning is actually different. My feeling would be you're having to make a choice there between one jumper and a different jumper because you're stressing the A. And when you stress the A, you're showing that you mean one or you mean a choice. Whereas if I say I'm going to get a jumper, any, A just means any in that pronunciation. So a good way to find the schwa in a sentence, or the schwas I should say, is all the connecting grammar words. The, t, these little connecting grammar words are most likely going to be schwa. So if you can connect your other words using the schwa sound, that will make you sound a lot more native. Let's have one final example. Can I have your number? Can I have your number? A lot of people make the mistake of thinking that good pronunciation is about saying every word precisely. And I disagree. I think good pronunciation is about flowing and is about rhythm and is about the smooth change from one sound to the next sound. Let's look at this in detail. Can I have your number? This word, when you learn this word, we actually have two ways of saying it. You can either say can or kun. And I said the unstressed version, which has a schwa. Can I have? Can I have? You could say can I have, but the stress is different. Can I have your number? Using the unstressed here gives it more relaxed feeling. Your becomes y. Can I have your number? Can I have your number? And ER words, this is another tip for schwa. You'll often find a schwa in your ER words where ER is the final syllable in the word. And in British English pronunciation, we do not make the R sound at the end of words. So we say number, not number. Can I have your number? So with the schwa, as you start bringing it into your speech in those little connected words, and as you use the schwa to soften and connect your speech and get a smoother rhythm, you'll find that you come closer and closer to native speaker speech. I want to thank you for watching me today. On my channel, I've got videos about everything, not everything, but to do with English mistakes and accents and communication skills. So if you haven't seen any of my videos already, please go and have a look at my channel. I'd really appreciate that. And until next time, see you.